Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
How about this?
I like it.
I like that.
Oh, hello.
All right. Hi, I'm Lynne.
I'm Tanya.
From Invest in Yourself course.
.com.
And this is a continuation of the last podcast before. This is going to be a week before the workshop. Thank you. I had podcasts in my head, and I'm like, no, we're doing a podcast.
Kind of like a live podcast.
So the other day I was doing some research because I'm always trying to find new ways to be successful and to create more with Lion's Den and to create more with the Invest. Kind of smashing a lot of stuff together, but I want to make this stuff successful. So I found through one of your researchers, Napoleon Hill, and he had a thing on YouTube the other day that I just happened to kind of stumble across, which is 10 rules for success. So it's the laws of success and self-discipline that you need to get successful.
Sure.
Okay?
You do need self-discipline.
Oh, you need so much self-discipline.
Oh.
So the reason I kind of stumbled across this is because me and her have been doing this 30-day challenge
She
now.
meant her and I. But okay.
What did I say?
Me and her.
Her and I. We started this 30-day challenge. We're almost done now. We got about 12 days left or so. By the time this comes out, we're going to be done. But we did this 30-day challenge, and with this 30-day challenge, it really, really has taught, for me anyways, a lot of self-discipline, because I have to sit down, and my biggest thing was I wanted to blog for 30 days. I have to sit down every day, even if I don't want to, and it's 7:30 at night, I have to sit down and blog. So, so self-discipline, we need a lot of it to get successful in anything. To be successful in anything, you have to discipline yourself and give yourself that time to work, and to do all the work with like everything that we do with the law of allowing, blah 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 blah. Like you have to be disciplined in that and work at it daily. So, anyways, we'll go through. There's a top 10 list here, or top 10 rules, and maybe we can kind of pick it apart.
Sure.
All right. This is
and I don't even know them.
No, because she didn't read the email I sent her yesterday.
No.
Number 1, keep your cool when others get. Well, he said hot. I mean, this is like 1920s, so we'll go with that. So basically, keeping your cool when others are losing their tops.
Totally.
So
well,
why?
That's engaging, right?
It's engaging, yeah.
It's engaging.
So
you're not gonna solve anything on a lower vibration, right? Like you're not gonna get a higher vibration out of a lower vibration. You're not gonna solve any problems when you guys are like,
when you're yelling back and forth, and nobody at that point is even listening to what the other person is saying. So it's just a constant. Well, it's just a lot of noise. Basically, how he explained it too, he's like, people are eventually going to run out of words, so they're going to stop yelling eventually. And then he always says at the end of that kind of heated encounter, say something kind in return, because basically your law of attraction will take over there. So if you could say something kind, as in thank you for your kind words.
I mean, like, I'm a life coach, and even me in a situation like that, I was in that situation a couple of days ago.
Were you?
Yeah, I was. I got a little bit of a nasty text, and I was like, in my head, I was like, I just couldn't believe it, right? Like, and I wanted to immediately be like, yeah, well, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I took like 5-10 minutes just to breathe it out, you know, because I took offense to it, because it kind of like, my intentions are never to hurt anybody, you know what I mean? Like, and I just took a breath, and then I sent a message like, those are never my intentions, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And
I think when I say reply something kind, I'm not saying to compliment the person, but to definitely kind of do what you just did, right?
You got to take a step back.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. You got to take a step back. You always got to think about, like, if somebody comes at you and just kind of verbally attacks you, or is pissed at you, or you don't know what the hell's going on, but that person just does not like you.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, you got to take a look at what's going on within you. How are you attracting this? How am I attracting, like, there's so many people in a row here now that have been listening. So obviously there's something going on in your vibration kind of thing, something going on with you. But at the same token, like, their reaction has all to do with them.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with you. If
It's a reflection of themselves. So that person doesn't like you. Why? That person needs to basically take a look at what's going on in their own lives. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Leading right into this one. Number 2, remember that there's 3 sides to an argument.
Mm-hmm.
There's your side,
Mm-hmm.
there's the other person's side, and then there's the right side. And the combination, the right side is usually a combination of between the two. So, like you said, whatever you've been attracting into your life and whatever, so you brought that in, but again, that person arguing you or is getting mad at you, it's got something to do with them as well. So it's kind of like you're meeting halfway.
Because if there wasn't something going on with you, then you wouldn't even have noticing any of that, right?
Yeah.
So for me, there was probably about 3 instances that came along, 3 different misunderstandings or whatever. And I had to take a step back and I was like, okay, what am I doing? Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling a little insecure about a certain couple things that are going on. So I was able to pinpoint it right away, but that's because I'm aware of it, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm able to take responsibility for other people's reactions because I'm the one who's
You're the one putting it out
reading
there.
It, right? Like, I'm the one who's noticing it.
Yeah. Number 3 is never give orders when you're angry. So basically, don't effort a situation. I woke up one morning, and I was really, really feeling uneasy. I had a really, really bad sleep, and I was very, I was just really off my game. So that moment, if I would have tried to have forced myself into being in a good mood, or if I would have tried to have forced myself or efforted myself into trying to be in a higher vibration without acknowledging what was making me feel uneasy, then you place resistance. Oh my God, I'm tripping on my words. But you place resistance into that situation because you're trying to force being in a good mood when you're uneasy. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you read that again?
Never give orders when you're angry. Don't effort a situation.
Never give orders. Okay.
So this is like, I mean, and he's talking like if you're the boss of a company here, like this, that's
boss of a company or a parent, maybe.
Or a parent, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So, because when you read that, the first thing I thought of was my daughter.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm thinking, when I wake up and I am cranky, I am tired, and I'm like rushing and whatever else, the last thing I want to do is look at her and say blah, 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 blah. You know, like, you should be doing this. Can't you help me, blah, 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 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not going to come off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to articulate it. It's not going to come across to her in the way that I would like it to come across.
I think because you get into that mood and you just start to bark it, and you don't even realize how you're tossing out those words. And again, that's where that vibration would come off of the words. This one here, I put this in the text or in the email that I sent you yesterday. I put this in quotations going, I don't really get this one, but all right, well, we'll say it anyways. It says here, treat all people like they're rich relatives.
Basically, another way to put that is behave like there's a camera in the room at all times.
Well, yeah.
Right?
I would say, like, because he said here, like, treat all people like your rich relatives that are about to give you $1 million.
So basically, be on your best behavior.
Yeah. Or I would say just, yeah. Okay, we could go
be on your best behavior. Like, you think nobody's watching, so you can treat your animal like a piece of crap. You can, always behave like there's an audience watching you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which makes sense because you always want to be on your best behavior with everybody. Why would you ever want to? Well,
because if you're behind closed doors and you're throwing things out like that are lower vibration or whatever, yeah, you're only gonna do it to yourself, and you're only gonna attract more of that in. All right, number 5, look for the good in any situation. So basically, he said it in this words. Find a seed of an equivalent benefit. So if you're finding, like, if you're in a bad spot, trying to find that seed of an equivalent benefit. So basically trying to find the good in the bad.
Yes.
So always look for something good in a bad situation. Because
yes.
there's always something good.
And you know what? Having known that now, it's almost like I'm cursed with that knowledge.
Yeah.
Because every negative situation, I'm cursed with
forcing
myself to know that there's something positive out of this situation.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's always something good. Always. There's a lesson or there's something in there, and it just gets you into a different spot. When you ask a question, this is number 6. When you ask a question, always listen to the answer. How many times do people ask you something and they just talk right away?
It's not even that. They're not truly genuinely listening to your answer. It's almost like they ask you so they're able to respond. But they're waiting and going in their head on how I can respond.
Yeah.
It's not really about listening.
Yeah. Number 7, if you're like in charge of your company or whatever, or if you're looking for opportunities, never say or do anything without asking if it's going to benefit the person or if it's going to hurt that person.
Yes, and I completely concur, because something I heard Bob Proctor say not long ago was that never have an interaction with anybody, whether it's at the shoe store, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's here, right here, right now. Never have an interaction with anyone without bettering their lives.
Yeah.
That's
such a good way to put it.
Yeah, like, don't be fake. Don't compliment people just to compliment people. Like, really genuinely look at them and go, you know what? I could not do this podcast without you as my sidekick. And I genuinely mean that.
And I say the same thing.
Yeah, but anybody's life, never have an interaction, never bump into anybody without benefiting them.
Yeah, and I think too, like, I mean, if your intention at the end of the day, and you don't know if it's going to benefit that person, then you should maybe evaluate why you're going to do what you're going to do. Right?
And in return, you guys, you're activating that, like, law of attraction, right?
Yeah.
You're activating the law of attraction. If you make sure that you're out there and you're genuinely bettering somebody's life because they had an interaction with you, that's coming back. And that, again, would come as the law of cause and effect, right? You never, what I just read, you never get more than what you put out.
Yep.
Right? So if you're putting that out, you're getting that back.
Number 8, learn how to take friendly analysis or deflect
Constructive criticism?
constructive criticism, or and learn how to take unfriendly criticism. So basically he was saying people are going to always have an opinion on you. So
people have opinions on me.
Oh, a lot of people have opinions on me.
No, a lot of people have opinions on me.
Yeah.
They have judgments and whatever else, but what am I going to do about it?
You can't.
But you know what I do? I do listen to their judgments. I do. I do, to a degree, and I think, okay, well, how can I better myself?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think, okay. Yeah, because, I mean, I actually just did a survey the other day because I want to get better, and I asked everybody that did the survey, answer it as truthfully as you can, because if you blow smoke up my ass, I'm never going to get better.
Absolutely, you need constructive criticism.
And I think if you learn how to take that constructive criticism, you want to take it in that good way. You want to take it in the positive way, because there's no point in taking it in the bad way. None. But you have to learn how to deflect the bad energy with that, and you have to take in what's being constructive.
Take all the good, right? There's that piercing knowledge that I have.
Yeah, it's all about the good stuff. Yeah. And you know what? The more noise you make and the more people that are going to criticize you, that means you're doing some good shit.
It is. Like, that's who said that? Sean Croxton, the first person I heard it from, was gotta love the haters. Gotta love the haters. Because you get haters, that means you're speaking up and people are
that means you're making waves in this world.
Yeah.
So I like that. Yeah. Good leaders can take orders as good as they can give them out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. The most successful employers out there are the ones who can walk alongside their employees. Yep. The ones who don't see them as any more than their employees. Yeah.
You're never on top of anybody. Like, you're not above anybody because you're the boss. Yeah. You're just one of them. Yeah. You just happen to own the company or be in charge, you know?
Like, you want to be unique and you want to embrace that, but you never want to belittle anybody in the process.
Never. Because and that would come back to bite you too. Yeah. The more you toss the belittling.
You got it.
People. Sorry. Then I think that you're just going to get that back. Absolutely. And the last one is being tolerant. That was it. Just tolerance.
Tolerance. Okay.
I think you have to be tolerant you have to be tolerant to all of that. I think you have to be tolerant in taking the criticism. I think you have to be tolerant when you're creating the ideas and you're going to have the orders. You're going to have the people that are going to come at you with a hot head, you know. I think you just have to be tolerant to all the situations. I think that goes back to a thing that we talked about the other day, which is resiliency.
Absolutely. Resiliency. Yeah.
So
Tolerance.
I would take the tolerance more and go into being resilient, being able to bounce out of any situation.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, for sure.
So there's your top 10 list or 10 rules of success for self-discipline. So that sets you up for the workshop. It is January 17th at 1 p.m. at Exquisite Taste. Sign up, www.investinyourselfcourse.com.
Come visit. Have fun.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.